Hi there, mates. Welcome to another edifying dose of our spiritual nuggets with me, Christiana Samoa. As Christians, as individuals, we all desire to have financial increase. So in this life, we are working tirelessly, we are venturing into different avenues, we are improving on our skills to advantageously position us for bigger opportunities. But God desires us to increase financially more than we could ever wish for ourselves. And not just financial increase, He wants us to increase in every sphere of our life. And as stewards of God here on earth, we ought to know what He's saying concerning financial increase, what His principles are, and how we should follow them. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 things every steward must know concerning financial increase. Buckle up as I take you on this didactic ride. The first lesson we have to know as stewards of God here on earth concerning financial increase is that we have to acknowledge that we live by God's grace. Acknowledging that we live by God's grace makes us recognize that we don't rely on our own human perceptions, understanding, abilities, or aptitudes, but rely on God's power for financial increase. Paul said in 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 6 that I planted a seed, Apollo watered it, but it's God who made it grow. So this makes us realize that every work we purpose every hour will only prosper through God's power. So we ought to rely on His sufficiency, His grace and strength for financial increase. The second lesson I want us to know as stewards of God here on earth concerning financial increase is that we have to allow the Word of God to grow in us. The Word of God is basically the standard operating procedure for the Christian life. It carries messages encompassing all aspects from love to fear to faith and even financial increase. So how do we get to know what God has purposed for us concerning our finances if you don't read the Word of God and apply its principles to our lives? Reading the Word of God also imbibes us with faith, which will help us to believe that God will provide all those things He has said He will provide in our covenants with Him. The third lesson we ought to know about financial increase is that we have to give bountifully, and faithfully. Giving is a widespread principle when the discourse of financial increase is concerned. Scripture reveals in Proverbs chapter 12 verse 6 that there's one that scatters and grows all their riches, and there's one that withholds more than meat and still tends to poverty. This is just to tell us that in order to open our doors of financial increase, we ought to cultivate the habit of giving cheerfully in our tithes and in our offerings, and we shall so see the increase that we so desire. So if you want to be rich, give more and sow abundantly. If you want to be poor, do well to grasp onto everything you have. But the aim is to be rich, so do well to scatter more. The last lesson I want you guys to know, my fellow stewards, concerning financial increase is that we have to obey the Word of God. As Christians, we are called to obey the Word of God and to keep His commandments. When we obey the commandments of God and execute all the things that He wants us to do, all things, including financial increase, will work together for our good just because we love Him. We can't obey God without loving Him. Isaiah also said in his books that those that obey the will of God shall surely eat the good of the ground. Good here just simply means the pleasures of the earth, including riches and increase. So if you're obeying the will of God, it simply means that you're on the route to financial increase. So guys, if you don't implement all these laws, all these principles I've shared with you, if you have any talents, exploit it, make a business out of it, and make sure to work hard, because all these principles will be useless if you don't work hard for your increase. So I would encourage you to implement these principles as much as possible in your quest to financial increase. My name is Christiana Samoa. Thank you for sticking with me through to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also encourage others to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This has been a TGTV production, and so then I see colors, I see dawn. Adios amigos. So long.